there's no place I'd rather be.
Which I think in this situation is best represented by our school song. Born in the shade of ancient Santiago, Old Mother Church, our school still lives and taught us, proudly to serve, and serving to enlighten, darkness that hinders, ignorance that spoils. Stand we today where others stood before us, faithful, united, burning with a flame. Fire that will purge the evil things around us. Fire that will cleanse, for I will go from me, healthy in mind and fill us in body. Now will we seek the welfare of our land, build homes that may be worthy of the Master, facing the task before us, hand in hand. To those who are founders, and those who went before us, to those who gave, that we might work and pray. Pledge yourselves to follow in their footsteps, to work and build. Why? In God's name we pray. Miss Joy Alexander, Board of Chairman of the Board, Mr. Keith Noel, retired principal and wife, Mrs. Dorothy Noel, former principal, Mrs. Sandra Starr Watson, Mr. Norman Allen, President of Jamaican Teachers Association, Mr. Horace Randall, President of the Nurses Association, Mr. Chris Bailey, PTA President, Mrs. Sonia Heslop, Regional Financial Control of the Ministry of Education. Ladies and gentlemen, as guests and arrive, we will announce their presence. It is a pleasure to be here at St. Jago High School as we pay tribute to Mrs. Grace Richards, Ms. Joe Watson, Mrs. Stephen Gordon, Mr. Desmond Burton, and Mrs. Yvonne Lee for years of dedicated service to St. Jago. And we want this evening not to be too formal. We are among family, we are among friends, we have achieved, we have done well. And as we looking at me very steadfastly, the The journey lasted so many years. Now get ready for some cheers. You've done a top-notch job. We shall miss you, we may stop. Freedom will be something new. You will enjoy the brand new view. We are happy for you now that you're done. Try new hobbies, have some fun. No more thoughts about employ. No more thoughts about that bell ringing at a quarter to 8. No more thoughts about the 26 or 30 sessions on the timetable. No more thoughts about that teacher harassing you for some bill or payment for the other. Take it easy and share your joy. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, I invite Miss Catherine Williams to invite God's presence on this evening. Mrs. Tate. Let us pray. This is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Most righteous and holy Father, we give you thanks and praise for this occasion. As we come today as a school body to honor our beloved retired teachers and bursar, we thank you for their lives and service to this institution. We thank you for Joel, Grace, Cecile, Desmond, and Yvonne. Lord, we ask for your blessing on this occasion. For those who are not able to make it to Jamaica, the trip to Jamaica, we ask you to continue to make them feel honored wherever they may be. Father, continue to bless each and every present staff member, present student member, past student teachers, and staff members, past students, with your bountiful blessings, and continue to make St. Jago #1. Amen.
James.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Let us invite at this time the Chairman of the Board of Trustees, Ms. Joy Alexander, to extend welcome.
Yo, cool.
Miss Simon Farwell,
Joy Alexander, Chairman of the Board of Trustees. Now at this time, I must say special welcome and good evening to the hardworking members of staff of St. Jago High School. I believe that one of the reasons St. Jago is number one is that we have the best teachers this side and short of in the entire world. Good evening, teachers of St. Jago High School. And the talent here at St. Jago is incomparable. When we talk about the talent of staff, St. Jago, we have it on the dot. And I have proof this evening in Mrs. S. Forsyth, Mr. B. Martin, and Mrs. Sayers, who at this time will do a song. They look around and they're not disappointed. They are befuddled. They are amazed. They can't believe it. And they wonder, what is the secret to the success of St. Jago? We have team leaders. We have teachers. We have members of all staff. We have the community. We have the PTA. People who are willing to work overtime for St. Jago. People who do not watch the clock. People who do not watch the choir. What is the secret to the success of St. Jago? And based on the song that was so excellently done a while ago, therein lies the answer. We look to God for all things, and we say to God, you are the one that He prays. You are the one that He adores. So Mrs. Price, when your colleagues, when fellow principals ask you, what is your secret? How can we get to draw near to the victories of St. Jago? You must definitely begin by praise, by worshiping, by looking to God for all things. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, in the interest of time, we will dispense with the formalities because that has already been done. So for those who are wondering, in what order should I call? Because the principal will come before the chairman. You don't have to worry about that. You can just go straight into your citation. And at this time, I invite Mrs. Claire Senior to do her reflection on this June was.
Good afternoon, everyone. All the protocols observed. Miss Joan Watson, today is your day. And we are all here today to honor you and say happy retirement. It is with a sense of pride, mingled with immense pleasure, that I stand here today to do this reflection of you. Colleagues, I want you to come with me as I walk down memory lane. Miss Joan Watson is a very quiet, jovial, and unassuming person. But don't let that fool you. She will get you instantly if she must. She is firm, fair, and treats everyone well. What you see is what you get. So you know where you stand with her. She's forthright, she gets straight to the point. You either love her or hate her. You will be told in a matter-of-fact tone, Maxine, that outfit is not suited for her. Or, better yet, you might get a small note reminding you that the staff room is out of bounds for students. However, once said, it is over and done. Miss Watson has a deep passion for reading and puzzles and could spend her free time indulging in these activities. If you need to borrow a book or two, she is the person to go to. Joan is a kind and helpful person. She's always sympathetic to the students who are in need. She would quietly extend herself in assisting them. As teachers of Staff Room 1, in previous years, we would get her favorite chocolate cake, seasoned rice, and if you are really bad, the ice cream is always there to the rescue. Perfection is synonymous with Miss Watson. She's always so She loves bright and unusual colors. She has a weakness for the texture of fabrics, and she will always ask permission to touch and feel them. She loved teaching French and wanted her students to do well. She would have classes outside of regular school time over the years, and she would cook and take food for them, just making sure that they are kind. Miss Watson is a strong disciplinarian and hated when students did not adhere to the rules. She would be seen on numerous occasions scolding students who dare to sneak through an out-of-bounds area. Miss Watson, we will miss you. We will miss you for the attention you paid to details, your jovial disposition and creativity that filled the room. Most of all, we will miss your professionalism and your sound, pragmatic advice. In closing, I want to leave you some Irish lessons. A sunbeam to warm you, a moonbeam to charm you, a sheltering angel so nothing can harm you. May you always have work for your hands to do. May your pockets hold always a coin or two. May the sun shine bright on your window pane. May the rainbow be certain to follow each rain. May the hand of a friend always be near you. And may God fill your heart with gladness and cheer. Miss Watson, may your retirement be filled with many relaxing days and exciting new adventures. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Garcia. No, I am hoping that everybody doesn't come up here with some perfect stories, you know. I hope not. Now, I have one to share about Mrs. Joan Watson. I remember years ago, she had to reprimand me, and I never took kindly to it. So I decided that the only way I could retaliate was by not talking to her. And my way of doing it is if I saw her coming along here, I found a detour, or suddenly I was talking to a student. Now one day she set up a timetable, I walked in staff room 1, and she said to me, Carencia, please know that you're to be vigilant tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock. Here I have a man who fallen too. You may now go back to not talking to me. You know, that's no, ladies and gentlemen. Reflection to Mrs. Christina Cotton by Mr. Keegan Roger.
histories, it's hard to tell if she agrees or disagrees with you. As she would simply say, well, I go home. I wish Mrs. Richards all the best as she enjoys and reflects on the wonderful experiences she had educating our nation's children.
Now, I know Mrs. Richards to be very polished, the quintessential lady. And you know what used to bother me? I go to a class and the students are there carrying on. That same class, when Mrs. Richards goes there, hushes for her. The Queen has arrived. We do not want to upset Mrs. Richards. But we can upset Miss Morrison and any other teacher. Mrs. Richards, I can tell you on behalf of everyone here at St. Jago, you are a teacher extraordinaire. And more than a teacher, because you've taken class, gentility to the profession, even at a time when we needed it most. Thank you very much. And you're also teaching some of us that you don't have to be a loud mouth to be effective. Because an effective teacher, that's who you are. It's Mr. Hoover here. Until he gets here. Some time ago, I had the pleasure of teaching at Jamaica College for 4 months. I taught communications there. I met someone who impressed me. In fact, the impact that she had on me was staggering because I found her to be keen, perceptive, sharp, bright, and vibrant. And now I have connected the dots. She's a past student of St. Jago. So I said, oh, okay. That explains it. Ladies and gentlemen, it is with pleasure that I invite Principal of St. Jago, Mrs. Colette Fertile Price.
Good afternoon, everyone, and a special welcome back to our honorees. It is indeed an honor to share in this special ceremony to honor these persons who have contributed selflessly to this noble institution and the education sector for a combined total of 118 years. This is an outstanding accomplishment that is worthy of this kind of recognition. On behalf of the St. Jago High School family, heartiest congratulations to you honorees. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, in his absence. Thank you for your service. You were endearing and dared to continue to serve in a profession in which the landscape drastically altered over time. One that has been deeply affected by an ever-changing global economy, social economy. But in spite of the challenges, you serve with dignity and manage to be inspirational and influential individuals who directly or indirectly impacted them. A student who is now our chairperson for this afternoon, Senator Teresa Morrison. A student, me, Colette Fertile Price, now principal. Student and colleague, Milton Brown, now senior teacher. Student and colleague, Lloyd Burke, who now acts as bursar. And there are many, many more of us, children of Ravensworth, whom you have fostered to make meaningful contribution to Miss Jo Watson, small in stature, but was considered to be diligent, but fair. We all wanted to do French instead of Spanish, as her students always appeared to have had that edge over us when that overall average was calculated. Mrs. Yvonne Lee, the advocate for us workers. As a young teacher at Ancillary Technical High School, we could depend on Mrs. Lee for information that was pertinent, not just to collecting a paycheck, but she confidently gave us proper guidance as it affected our terms and conditions of service. I was reliably informed that this was one of the main principles of her service that continued at St. Jago High School. I do not know Mrs. Cecile McGregor Horton or Mr. Desmond very personally, but I knew they must have given meritorious service to these institutions as the headmasters, Mr. Victor Edwards and Mr. Keith Noel, who may have been responsible for engaging them, were excellent, just excellent recruiters. I mean, just to look at St. Jago High School now. Undeniably the best co-educational high school in Sanshon, no, I don't think so. St. Catherine, no. Middlesex, Jamaica. Let's give St. Jago High School a hand. This achievement, ladies and gentlemen, is because of the impact that each of these honorees, that each of us, skilled, hard-working individuals who walk purposely every morning through the gates of St. Jago High School, Ravensburg, 33 Mount Street, Spanish Town, St. Catherine, to serve. Because they had the vision of creating better individuals who in turn will make a better school. That will extend to the making of better communities, a better nation, a better region, a better world. It is inspirational for me to be associated with the dynamic individuals like you, who have fulfilled the mandate that was given to you with unrelenting commitment and passion. Mrs. Lee, Mrs. Richards, Miss Watson, Mrs. McGregor Horton in her absence, and Mr. Burton. Respectfully, I commend you and wish each of you God's guidance as you revel in your well-deserved extended vacation. Let the summer begin. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So that's for Rebecca. I will focus on academics. There are students here who can get 10 grade 1s. I'm going to focus on that. I am also going to focus on continuing to instill core values and attitude in the students of St. Jago. So anywhere they go in the world, when they speak, people would have known that is Brandon St. Jago that is talking. Mrs. Watson, it is with pleasure that I introduce you to speak to us. I'm enjoying myself, you know, ladies and gentlemen. I'm allowed to enjoy myself.
gracious and nice lady. We all know, of course, of her attention to detail. If she gave you the sexy figures to pay over for exams, I don't want to check it. When she calculates the amounts indebted to the Overseas Examinations Commission, or the amount that each child should pay, and so on, I don't check, which kind to me, they're not checking as well. You did it, did you check? It's correct, and I will check just to make sure she was there, always correct. She was very meticulous in everything she did, and that, of course, translated into the relationships she had with both the staff and the students.
Mrs. Yvonne Lee, and this will be executed by Mrs. C. Lawrence, who will represent the ancillary staff.
Good afternoon. To God, to
hear what the admin staff has to say about you now, Mrs. Lee.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I was asked to do a reflection on Mrs. Lee, but everyone who came has already said what I was about to say. But I'll still go ahead with what I have prepared. Mrs. Lee was like a mother to all who she comes in contact with, whether it be students or staff. One would always see her trying to help a student with lunch, transportation, assignments, or whatever their problems were. She would try to find a way to help. Similarly with staff, she would scold them when they were wrong, advise them when they need a rose, and commend them when it was time for compliment. A no-nonsense person, she was always on time for work and earlier than her time. And as such, many mornings would start out with her telling the staff that were late that they are late and they should make the Caesar what is due to Caesar. And then she would follow that up with some encouraging words before they left the office. Mrs. C was the kind of person who would give tokens or plan trips for her staff, many a times having to use her personal funds to see to it that the plans does not fall through. But this is the nature of the person she is. The staff always look forward to someone when she would take them on a day pass at a hotel until it became a night over. And then her dream was to take them on a trip outside of Jamaica. And this she managed to pull off before she proceeded on retirement. She was able to take a trip to Curacao with her staff. She tries to remain in contact with us, still giving advice and encouragement where possible. Mrs. Lee, you have left your mark on us at St. Jago, and we wish for you a great retirement.
I'm going to do the reflection on Mrs. Lee from the academic staff. Now, Mrs. Lee, she had an eye for detail. So sometimes you want just a small thing from Mrs. Lee, and Mrs. Lee is going to read a book to you. You say, Mrs. Lee, you can't just give me the check. No, you have to sign for it. Listen, when I went to the meeting of the Bursars Association, they said that's Mrs. Lee for you. But one thing that we cannot deny is that Mrs. Lee, you were a professional. And it was a pleasure to work with you and the other staff. At this time, we will enjoy something wonderful from Mr. Daniel Das piano soloist. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Desmond Burton hails from staff room 2. Wonderful staff room. And at this time, I am expecting something special from Mr. Tucker, who will make the presentation, the reflect on the contributions of Mr. Desmond Burton.
Good afternoon, everyone. Special good afternoon to our honorees. My task here this afternoon is to bring reflection on Mr. Desmond Burton. Ladies and gentlemen, it is indeed a pleasure to have been asked to bring reflection on Desmond Burton as a past member of St. Jago School's business department. My job here is easy, as I am taking the opportunity to join hands to reflect on 26 years of indelible service to St. Jago School and in extension the business department. I am in a happy mood simply because doing this will make me smile. Just as how we believe that he would be smiling if he is to sit for a brief moment to reflect on his years of service here. Additionally, I am happy because I am providing reflection on a jovial man who has left lasting smiles on the faces of members of his department and those who know him well. Ladies and gentlemen, the name Burton is synonymous with brilliance, unique, reliable and resourceful, terrific, optimistic, and no nonsense. His journey to St. Jago School started in 1990, and just as he loved to tell stories, there is a story that he was employed immediately as he came to seek a job. Since then, he was permanent and reliable member of the business department. With his broad knowledge of teaching the business subjects at the Pembroke High School, Burton mastered the craft of teaching the business subjects, namely principles of business, principles of accounts, and office administration. Those were close to his heart. Back then, Burton had students preferring to be in his classes, as in addition to his mastering of the craft of teaching, students would benefit from his trademark of interjecting one of his comical storylines that would have the students wanting more. Burton Blossom is a full-time St. Jago man, expressing interest in the development of the school and the business department. He was subsequently appointed as a senior teacher and then head of the business department. In 1998, succeeding Mrs. Sanders Watson, who had moved on to vice principal. We could count on Mr. Burton for short department meetings, as he believed there is no point in extending discussions on unimportant issues. The following quotes outlined by members of the business department provide a vivid recollection of Mr. Burton's tenure at St. Jago School. One person, he's easygoing, jovial, nothing seems to bother him. Another person, he's neat, he's a neat freak. His penmanship stands out. He's always cleaning and freeing up the place from clutter. He's usually well-groomed. Another person, charismatic, witty, gives good advice. He was the life of the staff room. Another person, I always admire his penmanship. He's a quiet and easygoing person who is easy to get along with. And then he's witty, always keeping up with current events, and is an avid reader. Ladies and gentlemen, We were hoping that Mr. Burton was telling another of his stories about what when we go now, but as the meeting went on, there was no Burton. And as additional information came in, Burton had shown in the toilet, we started facing that reality. Today, the business department is picking up the pieces and is trying to move on, despite being Mr. Burton missing in action. Thank you.
Mr. Kappa, you are so right, because usually you find the principal having to talk to a class about the level of noise. I remember once, I think more than once, the principal had to come to staff room 2 out of concern for the amount of noise coming from that staff room, that expressive, wonderful staff room. And of course, when you have a Desmond Burton there, regaling us with one outrageous and outlandish story, one after the other, it would indeed be a happy place at this time. Let's welcome Peter Tucker, who is going to share a poem. Peter, walk up, man. You see the same Jago uniform? Look at the uniform. Good evening.
We thank you by Peter K. Tucker. We thank you, teachers of St. Jago, who have been here from long ago. To Mr. Burton, Mrs. Richards, Mrs. Lee, Miss Watson, and Mrs. McGregor Horton, we say, thanks for passing on knowledge day by day. We thank you, Mr. Burton, and I'm sure your students will confess that you have taught them much life lessons about the principle of accounts and business. With the knowledge they have learned from you, I'm sure they have put it to good use. We thank you, Mrs. Richards, for your wealth of classes, for giving your students knowledge of environmental science, and for helping them succeed in understanding more about geography. We thank you, Ms. Watson, for passing on the knowledge of a different language, for giving your students an introduction to a new vocabulary and showing how fun French can be. We thank you, Mrs. McGregor Horton, for your excellent teaching of social studies, Caribbean studies, and tourism, for imparting knowledge that will help students wherever they travel. To you, Mrs. Lee, a hearty thanks for managing the school's finance, for making sure the school is in good financial form and that every penny is accounted for. All of you have made excellent contributions, and for that we say thank you and God bless you.
Ladies and gentlemen, again we welcome representatives of the ministry and various associations who are sharing in this occasion with us and who will bring greetings and other tributes to our state's honorees. From the Minister of Education, Dr. Claude Clark, who is Regional Director of Region 6. From the JTA, Mr. Lawrence Allen, President. From the Past Student Associations, Mr. Prince Daly, President. First Vice President of the Past Student Association, Mr. Sean Ball, President. And from the Birds Association, Mr. Otis Randall, President. And we will have in this order, of course, beginning with Dr. Claude Clark, Regional Director of the Ministry of Education, Region 6. Dr. Claude Clark.
distinguished guest speaker, our honorees, President of the APN, Mr. Allen, Mr. Randall, President of the Persons Association of Jamaica. This afternoon, Dr. Clark could not be here with you, but I'm standing in the gap. I'm Sonia Kessler, the Regional Financial Controller.
colleagues, students, friends, well-wishers, pleasant afternoon. This is a good thing. To be recognized by your colleagues is always a good thing. It means that you have served and you have served well. And on that note, it is my pleasure to be sharing with St. Jago and the teachers of St. Jago on this, your recognition sermon. The Jamaica Teachers Association remains cognizant of the fact that our status is as a result of the dedication shown by our members to the Jamaican education system in general and the nation's children in particular. For this, we continue to be extremely grateful. 5 wonderful individuals would have served St. Jago High School for an average of 26 years. This in itself is a commendable feat. It boggles the mind to imagine how many lives would have been impacted positively during their sojourn. On a lighter note, you, my colleagues, might remember at least one time when you have laughed at yourself for missing the mark. The story is told of the teacher at a Catholic church school preparing for the visit of the Archbishop. Now you know the Archbishop is His Grace, but is addressed as Your Grace. This bright grade 4 boy was selected to make a presentation to the Archbishop. The boy was properly groomed by his teacher in his speech, including that he should make sure that he addressed the Archbishop as Your Grace. Minutes before the presentation, the teacher came to the little boy and told him and said, "Remember to say Your Grace." And that bright youngster stepped up to the Archbishop, chest rose high, and said, "For help, yours." The quality of the heritage of people owes its credence to the depth and diversity of the pioneering trailblazers of their time. The Moors and folkways that seem natural and everyday occurrences never started in its current form. They evolved, stage by stage, belief by belief. They adapted, reshaped, and remodeled as the concept of truth changed. Retirement is not an evolution, it is a revolution. Today's evolution revolves around yesterday's foundation that you helped to build. Today's generation is so scared about tomorrow that they get into all sorts of quick fixes. You have a very critical role to play in keeping them focused. When they worry about tomorrow, urge them on. But it's when tomorrow comes and it's ending that you must act in a gentle but reassuring voice, saying, "Today is the tomorrow that you worried about yesterday." I want to remind you of the story of this proverbial old man who was on the beach throwing starfish back to safety in the sea. A young man was walking along the beach at dawn, sees an old man picking up starfish and throwing them into the sea. "Why are you doing that?" the young man inquired. The old man explained that the starfish had been stranded on the beach by a receiving tide and would soon die in the daytime sun. "But the beach goes on for miles," the young man said, "and there are so many. How can your efforts make a difference?" The old man looked at the starfish in his hand and without hesitation threw it to safety in the sea. He looked at the young man, smiled, and said, "It will make a difference to this one." One can only imagine how many lives you all would have saved. If we should hold the hand of a young person today and help him or her to cross the narrow roadway safely. Tomorrow when development comes and the road widens and new unfamiliar signs are erected, that young person that you help safely across today, then tomorrow help you across the wide streets. At a time like this, when so many of our children have been victims of every form of abuse, there is added responsibility placed on teachers and schools to deliver in areas somewhere they were trained. I hope that we, the still active teachers, will draw on experience, skills and tolerance we will have amassed to manage while managing our own discomforts. It was Albert Einstein that said, what we do for ourselves dies with us. What we do for others and the world remains and is immortal. You have made your mark, and it's evident by what is happening here today. Your contributions will outlive you and will remain in the hearts and minds of all those who have impacted. Let me remind all my colleagues here this evening that our children have great potentials in need of honoring. You, my colleagues, have run your leg and have left the baton for us to complete the race. May our stewardship be as rewarding as yours. Let us not compete for recognition, but cooperate so we can complete each other. God bless you.
Thank you very much. Let's say, ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we will invite Mr. Prince Bailey, President of the Parent Teachers Association.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. The President, good afternoon to our retirees. It is said that when man has done their best, angels in heaven cannot do more. And for the number of years together that we have shared at St. Jago, I'm convinced and I'm sure that there are many lives that you have touched. Congratulations to the work well done, and I wish you on behalf of the PTA executive continued life of enjoyment and peaceful rest from the labor that you have done here at St. Jago. I must say to Mrs. Richards, you have touched the life of my son who has moved on to university. So you have done a great job here. With the help of others and as members of the PTA, we try to do our best to make the staff and students comfortable in the things that we do around the school. Also, I'm proud to say that our Master of Ceremony also taught my son, so you two have touched his life. So thank you for the good work you have done and continue to do what you can do for the rest of your lives. God bless you.
Thank you, sir. We will invite this time Mr. Sean Moore, President, First Vice President of the Past Student Association.
Madam Master of Ceremonies, or distinguished guest speaker, Principal Mrs. Furtado Price, Past Principal Mrs. Watson, President of the Jamaica Teachers Association, Mr. Norman Allen, President for the Past Student Association, distinguished honorees, other teachers rather,
Association, where distinguished guest speaker was acknowledged, Mr. Noel, and his wife, who was a past student. Bringing greetings on behalf of the St. Jago Past Students Association, Carl Thompson, our president, is unavoidably absent. And I am here just to say what a pleasure it was to have you all in my life in St. Jago, having left 23 years ago. I remember you, Liz Watson. You were the only French teacher at St. Jago at the time. You were small and petite, and look what St. Jago has done. You're looking nice. Well-rounded, I tell you. St. Jago, you come here, not so rounded as you leave St. Jago, as a well-rounded individual. Mrs. Murray, always not and Mr. Brennan, who taught me principles of accounts. They impacted my life. And these are teachers prepared. These teachers, they care, regardless of your status or your stature. And I came to school many a time without much money. But I tell you, I had some teachers from the different subject areas, and they ensured that you were well fed. In addition to the canteen staff, and I see them sitting back there, like all the canteen staff this time, yes. All the canteen from my years. There's Brennan, it's Marga, and yeah man, you all stand. The names are eluding me now, the faces are not. Yes, I remember man. Mrs. Lee, I know there are strong words I know. You know what, I'm so easy to be free and dirty. But you know, the Lord was the Spirit of the Lord was upon them. Well, it perfect me. Bless the Lord. And I could not have made it at another high school if it were in St. Jago High School. Whatever I am today, it is because of the qualities entrenched in me for what I learned at St. Jago, from the teachers definitely, and from the caring staff. And you teachers, the contributions and the positions that St. Jago students are in today, nationally and by all means globally, is, you know, the qualities that you instill in them and the dedication and the precision with which you carry out your tasks as skilled craftsmen. And so I salute you all today, those who are here and those in absentia. Mrs. Richards is not quite a lady, quite unassuming. Yes, but an excellent teacher. And I always admired her. I always, let me confess, always saw her as winning Miss Jamaica. The only thing missing from Mrs. Richards for me back in the day was the Miss Jamaica crowd. I saw her as my Miss Jamaica, right? And you see if I'm one of the words, stand for me, Jamaica. Alright. And so, it was Laura Bush who said that the qualities of a good teacher extend beyond the classroom and past the hand of time. And you all look good, and it appears St. Jago has youth bottled here, because they certainly don't look good. Look at them. They look as young and fresh as ever, as if they could still be teaching. And that is good. But as you go, I pray that the Lord bless and keep you all in your different endeavors. But you have certainly left with me, and I'm sure by with all the teachers, the memories of the good that you all did, the dream you shared, the hope you kept alive, and a single enduring image, the image of a man on a boat, white-made tousled, smiling broadly as he sails into the horizon, ready for whatever storms may come, carrying on towards a new and wondrous place. May the Lord bless and keep you.
That was superb. Spoken like a true St. Jago student. You know, he said, you know, the Spirit of the Lord was upon them and they gave me some lunch. Okay, at this time we invite Ms. Apollinaire Serna, President of the Nurses Association.
salute a friend, associate, and colleague this afternoon. Someone I've known for almost 30 years. 37 years ago, this remarkable lady made her way into the school system of the Ministry of Education with her inimitable character. She is poised, articulate, goal-oriented, flexible, innovative, as well as a team leader. In fact, Mrs. Lee epitomizes a true professional. Punctuality is one of her hallmarks of excellence. She'll be at work, meetings, seminars, workshops, and conferences long before her due time. And let me share with you a story. Whenever we are going very far, Mrs. Lee and myself and other colleagues join up at a particular point. I didn't know that Mrs. Lee lives in this, so sometimes we're going to Ocean Rice or Montgomery. And at a certain time, I told Mrs. Lee, Mr. Randall, where are you? And I say, I'm getting this. Sometimes I just pick up. In less than 15 minutes again, Mrs. Lee will call, Mr. Randall, where are you? I say, I'm at Old Road. And just like me. And in less than 10 minutes, Mr. Randall, where are you? I have you what I'm waiting on. I said, see, I'm here to Bawa. I told you Spanish on. And if you call again, Mr. Randall, I am not waiting any longer. I said, Mrs. Lee, I am almost at busy that you don't go to Bawa. And then when Mrs. Lee said, Mr. Randall, what happened? I said, Mrs. Lee, you know the road and you know the traffic. Hey, let's go. Little did I know that it would fall back on me. So we were going to St. Elizabeth one day, and Mrs. Lee decided to park at the house and we would drive. I would drive home. On my way home, my friend from Mayfair called. Mr. Randall, where are you? I said, I'm at Old Jago. Mrs. Lee looked at me. I said, when I reached about Old Jago, she called and she said, Mr. Randall, where are you? I said, I'm here in Mayfair. Mrs. Lee said, oh, so that is what I'm talking about. That's Mrs. Lee. Collectively, we convert and she's still among us like a gem. This philosophy embodies the spirit of humility and wisdom. Therefore, such characteristics cannot go unnoticed. Mrs. Lee has had a long and illustrious career which spanned more than 3 decades, in which she served in various capacities and at different levels. She was a foundation member of the Bursars Association of Jamaica, where she played an integral part in its formation and its constitution. She served the association for over 13 years in different capacities, such as Vice President, Assistant Secretary, Assistant Treasurer, Member of the Finance Committee, Conference Committee, and the Negotiating Committee. Let me pause again to say to Mrs. Lee, we are pleased of your labor, especially with the reclassification of persons. Mrs. Lee, I'm happy to say I have reclassification in my hand. She was also one of the founding members of the Region 6 Bursars Association, comprising Clarendon and St. Catherine, and served as Assistant Secretary Treasurer from its inception in 2009 to the time of her retirement in 2014. It is noteworthy to mention that Mrs. Lee was also involved in the implementation of various Region 6 biannual retreats, workshops, and awards ceremonies. The Region 6 Bursars Association is proud to have recognized Mrs. Lee's contribution to education and the association at our award ceremony in June 2015. Mrs. Lee can aptly be described as a versatile extraordinary, advisor, motivator, confidant, social worker, and a great financial planner. She is truly a phenomenal Jamaican woman. When at certain occasions, early, very early, and I said, Mrs. Lee, get up, it's time to go. She said, I'm at work. I said, you know what? You are at work. I said, Mrs. Lee, why are you at work so early? She said, Mr. Ramana. I said, I know why. You want a man. Buy yourself a bad suit. That 2 pieces if possible. Go to the beach. No towels. And enjoy yourself. You have work for it. On behalf of the Persons Association of Jamaica and the Region 6 Persons Association, we salute you and pray that God will continue to bless and keep you as you continue to serve your family, your community, and your family. We salute you.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Lee. In reference, what did you say you need? And you know that part is not a state, because you tell me you're retiring now. You shall soon have your groove back. You know what this song is? This one song? What do you think has been happening? I always say, now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the cultural presentations. And you know when it comes to the visual and performing arts, St. Jago is number 1. At this time, I invite Mr. Thompson to share a song with us. This song says, I said, oh, it's life is just like another. On this road, looking for a path home. It's easy to lose sight of what matters. Today things are rough, and the next day they're down. Isn't life just like a ladder? Sometimes you're gonna
Ministry of Education. In 2006, she assisted in reviewing the 210 CSC Social Studies syllabus. Cecile McGregor-Horton brought style, class, and creativity to the grounds of St. Jago High School. Her decorative skills made the campus come alive for countless functions and events. These skills were also used for drama and dance festivals for occasions in numerous nations. Cecile McGregor-Horton has been described by our colleagues as a no-nonsense person. She is dedicated, hard-working, caring, and a loving individual. Mrs. Horton has been known as a person who loved her children. She knew each child very well, and Mrs. Horton gave students an understanding of life. She taught them life lessons and could give advice to students who were crushed by life circumstances and their fragile egos damaged. Mrs. McGregor-Horton was a person who reached out to many students who had been rejected by others. She was a respected teacher who challenged students to reach beyond themselves and in the process helped them shape their careers and success. As a teacher, Mrs. McGregor had the ability to be clairvoyant. She saw beyond the restless, perceived, indisciplined adolescents and was able somehow to reach the unique individual hiding behind such appearances. She has indeed rescued many and snatched even some from the jaws of death and defeat. She possessed the uncanny ability to change people's lives and share in the excitement of her students attaining what seemed to be impossible tasks. Cecile McGregor-Horton, she had this mothering touch, which endeared her to students and staff alike. She was a mentor, a great motivator to her colleagues and students. St. Jago High School has been a better place as a result of her 23 years of invaluable service. Mrs. McGregor-Horton will be remembered as an individual who made a difference. She made a real impact, especially on students who were problematic, for her dedication, commitment, willingness to go the extra mile for individuals and this institution, St. Jago, for her selflessness and her exceptional work. She will not be forgotten. She will be continuously etched in the hearts of students and teachers whose lives she touched, remolded, and transformed. St. Jago High School salutes Cecile McGregor
make some rational fortune. Her hallmark was a sense of loyalty. Her pleasing personality endeared others to her. Mrs. Gibbon has been a stalwart in education and finance in Jamaica for over 27 years, including 11 at St. Jago High School. Her integrity has never been brought into question. She was a good manager of the school's resources, without fear or favor, fear and impartial. Going by the book, not by friendship. She ensures efficient management and utilization. She follows scrupulously the guidelines set by the Minister of Education, monitors the budget of the school with dedication, and insists that all spending must be in accordance. She knows no nepotism. She knows when and how to apply the iron fist. One cannot but conceive that she abides by her spiritual beliefs and principles. And although she is proud, she holds no grudges. She teaches staff and students on values from the old school, living by example. She kindles ambition, self-worth, excellence, and self-actualization in everyone. Not only does Mrs. Lee go the extra mile to assist, educate, and train different members of staff, she was also big on students' welfare. She made sacrifices of her own resources and consistently was out
decisions to make, and I think we are very interested in hearing them so that the appropriate actions can be taken. Mr. Desmond Burke. Could we have some assistance Mr. Holness, President of the Birds Association, he has a presentation to Ms. Igwani. we have a talented student, Chad Smith, who has the immense joy of each of the honorees, and we're invited again. Mrs. Senator Todd Rice to make this presentation. Yes, Mr.
my post here. And I have to keep asking students, for opening your hearts to us. Do continue to pursue your dreams and embrace what St. Jago has to offer you. Continue to reach for the stars. Never give up. Never be daunted by the challenges which will come. Continue to keep the flag of St. Jago high, flying high. Thank you all for being our traveling companions on this journey of life. Finally, I want to thank all of you present for being here this afternoon to share this very special moment with us. And as we go, yes, we will miss you, but I know that I will be taking many of you with me because you will be constantly in my memory. I love you all. May God continue to bless you richly. May God bless and Jago bless you.
How wonderful. May God bless the Jago High School. At this time, we invite the Jones. What a good program. It has come to an end. Excellent planned and executed. Ms. Jones will now extend the courtesies.
Good morning, sir. Good evening, everyone. It is my pleasure to say thanks after such a beautiful function. Pastoral ceremonies, Secretary Swanson, thanks for taking time out of your busy schedule to come to the pastoral ceremonies for this special function. We enjoy listening to you as much as you enjoy hearing from function. Thank you. Mr. Alexander, our chair of the board, thanks for not just welcoming all here this afternoon, but also for allowing us to officially say farewell to our colleagues and the retirees. Mr. Keith Ryan, as Speaker, thanks for providing an excellent coverage of the changes in our education system over time. You could feel the passion with which you spoke. We thank you, sir, for sharing those information with us. Mr. Steele, we thank you for the spiritual guidance provided at the beginning of the program. A heart thank you to all the speakers from the Ministry of Education, Assessor, Representative Director, the JTA President, Mr. Norman Alley, PTA President, Mr. Bailey, Class Student Association First Vice President, Mr. Morris, Mr. Randa from the Professors Association. We thank you all for coming and sharing with us this evening. To our principal and past principal, we say thank you for the encouraging words that were shared with the retirees this evening. And I know they will take back all of what they said with them as they will be here this evening. To my committee members who organized this program, the function, Ms. Usher, Ms. Stowe, Mr. McCoy, Ms. Walters, Ms. Bassel, Ms. Hawthorne, Ms. Council, Mr. McConnell, Mr. Edward, Mrs. Bennett, all members, other members of staff, Mrs. Murphy and staff, all members of Mr. Carter, Ms. Karen Watson, Mr. Walsh, and Mr. Staff, all contributed to this function this evening. I say thank you. Special thanks to Martin Morrison and the boys from the Martin Fire Blast, who were the currenters and movers of the items of this function. A big thank you to Samantha, the past students, the teachers, and the students who performed this afternoon, and the teachers who prepared the students, Mrs. Henry, Mrs. Collins, Mr. Spencer, Mr. Thomas, Mr. Martin, Mrs. Sayles, and Mrs. Forsyth for the love and attempt at leading our program. The red team who are recording these events and taking photographs. This is to ensure that each of the retirees will get a copy, so we will have this to look at in the
students' performances and festivals. So, Ms. Lee, University, Ms. Watson, Mrs. Richards, Mrs. Pamela Horton, Mr. Burke is not here. This is not to be back from St. Jago. You are all merely moved to give a higher degree of service. When we look at some of the world's most impressive academic institutions, they have in their support strong elder statesmen and women. That's how we see you all. St. Jago has school today, putting you in a category of our congress, those who gave and will continue to give. You will recall your name to the resource persons, as you will now have the time to do research. We expect each of you, for example, to call the HODs of the respective departments and say, for example, CXP is now expecting this or that in order to improve students' understanding. So I volunteer as for a group of students on the people or teach a specific subject matter. Or randomly principle. They just call you at the beginning of the school year to see the respective departments as we plan the year of excellence. Right? Very importantly, Mrs. Richards, Rowan, Leslie, Cecilia, Yvonne, you will not just be part of us, you are St. Jago High School. Finally, I urge you all to make a commitment to enjoy life. Go to places you have never been. Do things you have never done before. And just simply enjoy your time.
Thank you very much. And at this time, as we finish, I invite to the platform Mrs. Ricardo Price, Mrs. Sandra Sway Watson, Mr. Keith Noel, and the Vice Principals as we end with the school song and the national anthem. We want to see our leaders, past and present, take the platform. Ms. Lacey? Ladies and gentlemen, please stand. Please stand for the school song of St. Jago and remain standing for the national anthem of Jamaica.